Welcome back, everybody, to the Nexus and Heroes of the Storm. Today is a glorious day. We have a new season. We have a lot of changes. It's a big patch day for Heroes of the Storm. Obviously, we get a new hero, the second of the two heroes who were announced at BlizzCon, as well as a ton of changes to the game. Including the unlimited ammo and structures changes, the stealth changes, new seasons, plus a Winter Veil event, which means Christmas skins are now up and available to get, as well as winter loot boxes to get all those. So I'm excited to get those. I already picked up my Santa Stitches skin, hoping to get the Malfurion Santa skin, but first things first. Of course, Hanzo, the master archer assassin from Overwatch, has now joined the Nexus. Once heir to the Shamada clan's criminal empire, Hanzo abandoned his birthright after he almost killed his younger brother Genji. He now strives to perfect his skills as a warrior, and sees the Nexus as its endless conflict as the ideal training ground. So yes, if you don't, I'm not entirely sure about what I'm talking about. There's a fantastic animated short focus on Hanzo and Genji that I highly recommend checking out. But yes, Hanzo has now been added to the game. I did get to try him out while I was at this year's BlizzCon. And to be honest, I was not really that impressed. My reaction, rather my first impressions of him when I tried him out was, I thought he was, he seemed a little slow. He seemed a little underwhelming. Now, I did notice that while he was on the PTR over these past couple weeks, he did get a patch where they tried to buff him. So we'll have to see whether or not it makes him more impressive or viable. But my initial impression was, he's not really doesn't seem that great. But maybe my impression obviously can change. First things first, of course, baseline skin. Obviously, we know some of his skins from Overwatch. I want that skin with the wolf, hat and everything, where it changes his ult from dragons to wolves. But that's not in here yet. I got Sora Hanzo, and Dragon Hanzo. I'll be using this skin, definitely. Demon Hanzo is in here, I guess from that Halloween event in Overwatch. We also have, I guess, skins that make him into an elf. Or I guess a blood elf. Far Strider, Hanzo. I guess what? We're supposed to make him Legolas now or something? I don't know. Or, I see this, I think blood elf. But, I don't know. I'm not really sure what exactly they're going for here. I guess because, it does look kind of cool with that tattoo on his shoulder. That looks awesome. But, what is he like as an arranged assassin? Well, he has Stormbow for his Q, where he can charge up to fire a deadly arrow and do 297 damage to the first time he hit. The range is increased the longer it is channeled, and you can move while you are channeling this. Like they have been doing with the Overwatch heroes and Heroes of the Storm, he can be able to move while he is attacking. Not every Overwatch hero can do that, but he is able to kind of do that in this game. Scatter Arrow, we of course know from Overwatch. It's kind of odd and clunky, but I'll show you what I mean. They did actually kind of change how the map looks just for Hanzo, just before this ability, to try and make it easier for you. I didn't notice it when I was at BlizzCon, and I think they added it in later. But I'll show you guys what I mean. And then we have Sonic Arrow. This is a great tool to try and take on stealth heroes. And with all the stealth changes, this is going to be very interesting how it's utilized. And then we have Natural Agility. Not as good as Genji's, though, because Genji can just use it just to jump whenever he wants. Hanzo has to have it used with terrain or structures. There has to be some kind of terrain or structure for him to jump over, otherwise he cannot use it. So it seems a bit of a hindrance compared to Genji's. Dragon Strike, of course, is one of his ults, the one that we know from Overwatch. But here's the very interesting one. Dragon's Arrow. Fire a missile that travels across the battleground, explodes upon hitting an enemy hero, dealing 130 damage to all nearby enemies and stunning them for half a second. After it travels a medium distance, the damage is increased to 260 and the duration to 125. After traveling a long distance, the damage is increased to 390 and the duration to 2 seconds. And yes, this has global range. You could literally fire this from one altar to the other side, if you want to try and hit them there. So you could try and use this similar to Tyranda's Sentinel. You know, obviously, you guys know me. Skill shots are not my thing. So obviously I'm not really going to be wanting to go for the whole sniping thing, or, I would like to use Dragon Strike, but I know that this is going to be the way to go. I can already tell. I'm just not really going to experience that much success with it, but I can already tell Hanzo is not really going to be a character I'm going to be playing all that often. We have 3 quest talents at level 1. Hit enemy hero with Stormbow. After hitting them once, increase its range by 30%. After hitting every enemy hero 3 times, increase the damage by 100. Hit a hero with multiple arrows from the same scatter arrow 20 times. Each arrow hit grants additional progress. Upon hitting terrain for the first time, scatter arrow creates 2 additional arrows. Redemption. Every 2 basic attacks against the same hero within 10 seconds grants 1 redemption, stacking up to 12. Dying decreases redemption by 3. Redemption can be lost even at maximum stacks. At 12 redemption, gain 50% attack speed. I think I tried this at BlizzCon, and I couldn't really seem to figure out what was going on. But then again, it was a very chaotic atmosphere where we just got in, played, and that was it. So didn't really have time to really try things out and learn. It's not like I could go into try mode or anything while I was there. Explosive arrows, upon hitting a minion or a monster, Stormbow deals 100% of its damage to enemies around its target. That can make it really good for wave clear and lane clear if you're going in that direction. Scatter arrow deals more damage to minions, mercenaries, and monsters. Interesting. Ignore all distractions. Basic attacks instantly kill minions and increase Hanzo's basic attack range by 2 for 3 seconds. A lot of anti-minion talents here. Level 7, basic attacks, Stormbow deal 250 damage to shields on heroic targets. We're going to grant spell power. Reduce the mana cost and lower the cooldown. Level 13, we have hitting a hero with Stormbow grants 10% movement speed for 6 seconds. Hitting heroes with Stormbow lowers the natural ability cooldown by 10 seconds. Additionally, hero takedowns reset natural abilities cooldown. Natural agility's cooldown. That is interesting. Wow, so you get a takedown and then you can instantly use this again. And keep in mind, this does not use mana or anything, so... Actually, oh yeah, he does have mana. So... That's nice, but as I said, it's not like it is with Genji's where you can just use it out in the open field. You have to have something to jump over in order to use it, so it may not be as helpful as you might think. Mounted archery. Upon mounting, gain additional movement speed for 5 seconds. Using natural agility, instantly mounts. That's cool. So you use your trait to jump over something, and then you instantly mount. That is really cool, actually. I think I'd pick that one. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Flawless technique. Hitting heroes with Stormbow increases the damage of Hanzo's next basic attack within 5 seconds by 25%. Basic attacks against heroes increase the damage of Hanzo's next Stormbow within 5 seconds by 25%. A lot of text in these. Stormbow Scatter appears, hitting an additional enemy. Additionally, Scatter Arrow compares to one... By Scatter Arrow and basic attacks take their maximum health. It's a giant killer. Giant Slayer, though. Maybe that's the new name. The Dragon Awakens. Hitting a hero with Stormbow, Scatter Arrow, or basic attack. Reduce the cooldown Dragon Strike by 5 seconds. Wow, so that's a battle momentum at level 20. Very interesting. You'll be able to use that more often. Play of the game. While in fight, or while in flight, or for up to 2 seconds after impacting a target, Dragon's Arrow can be reactivated to teleport to its location and jump backwards. If used after impact, Hanzo shoots arrows that deal 132 damage to each target hit by the impact. Hanzo is unstoppable during play of the game. Scatter Arrow limits the maximum armor for heroes hit to 0 for 5 seconds. Hold on a second. It was distracting me. Increase Sonic Arrow's speed and center radius by 100%. Additionally, heroes hit by Sonic Arrows are stunned for 1 second. Alright, so let me get into a match here and show you guys what I'm talking about how they changed the map. Go ahead and turn the sound on. As you guys probably know, I turned the sound down for these because obviously Hanzo was talking that whole time. I didn't want him to conflict with me. Like others, unless it's a hero I really, really like, I do sometimes tend to stay away from newer heroes recently, with certain exceptions like Tracer or Ragnaros. But, alright, so let's see here. Now, you see these outlines? Look at this, right here. They added this in just for Hanzo, so you can be able to get a better idea of how to... Look at this. You can even see it. Where he goes, it shows you the outline of these structures. This is supposed to give you a better idea of how your scatter arrow is going to work. Now, I'm sure if you have quick cast on, you're not going to be able to see this. So, if you want to learn how this is going to work, you may want to turn quick cast off, because I don't think it's going to let you have this display on here if you have quick cast on. So let's see, what would I want to go with here? So let's test out how our abilities work. So as I said, look at this. I can keep moving while this is charged, and then I can fire that. So here is scatter arrow. Let's see if I can get to, yeah. There we go. And then here is, look at the radius on redemption here. I can fire it way over there, and then it reveals that big of a radius. So, let's see here. Let's go with this redemption quest here. I wonder if that's what this is right here. Also, look at this. The mini-map has changed. It actually, like, you know, if you're hovering over it, it's actually going to light up there to give you a better idea of whether or not to click on the map or not. Hold on. Oh, and you can use that on an enemy hero, and it'll attach them in case they actually try to run away. Get back here, Morales. Oh, this is actually a good spot for that scatter arrow thing. Ah! See, I should have aimed down there. Ooh, can I? Oh! Ah! But the range on that is so good for scouting possible kills. Ah, it doesn't work on the gate there? Aww. There you are, Abather. There we go, it does reflect off the gate there. Oh, they also changed how the regen globes work. Like, you can actually get regen globes from both your own and enemy minions now, after a certain amount of time. All right, let's test my tray here. Whee!
Warhead deployment in process.
Ah, it's gonna take timing. It's gonna be a learning process, guys. There we go. Ah! Huh.
Select a talent.
Let's see here. Let's go with ignore all distractions. I like the fact that it instant kills, but look how slow he attacks. But I'm hoping that the redemption quest I took at level 1 is something that can help me with that. I understand. And whee! Okay, this is a bad idea.
You are now dead.
I just stood there and let Tychus attack me. I was more focused on how to do my ricochet arrow. I wasn't even focused on whether or not he was killing me. Oops. The dragon hungers.
Warheads collected.
Ah, see?
Select a talent.
Okay. Whee! There we go. Let's see here. Let's go with the dragon hungers. Why not? Ah. You notice how there's no ammo thing there? Yep, that's part of the new unlimited ammo thing that's going on now. I forgot that it, I gotta like aim my stormbow better. Also, I like that you notice how it now shows where they're gonna spawn earlier. They've changed the timing on the objectives for these maps. They wanted the laning phase, as they called it, to be more relevant. Like, for us to be able to actually have that be a more relevant thing in the game now. Which I am as someone who loves to excel at lane clear and doing that, rather than fighting, being that that's my style, I'm all for that. Ah. Oh, okay, so he can't quite attack while moving.
Select a talent.
I keep messing up the timing on my stormbow. Alright, let's try this dragon's arrow. See if I can get this to actually
Warhead deployment near.
somehow... There we go. This is a great way to disrupt certain objectives, especially if you see the enemy getting it. Like, I could see this on Cursed Hollow. Like, I could see Kel'Thuzad right there and be like, wee! If, of course, he doesn't move out of the way.
Enemy near. Warhead deployment.
That's a 70-second cooldown for a Tyrande Owl Sentinel.
Warhead collection confirmed. You may launch when ready. Enemy defeated.
By the way, they actually removed some of these towers, realizing that they kind of did nothing. That they were kind of pointless just there by themselves, so they went ahead and just got rid of some of them.
Enemy fort destroyed.
But they also made these forts,
Fort elimination.
you know how the core has that ability to reveal stealth enemies? Yeah, so now stealthies are no longer able to just walk in here and either kill Abathur, finish off Murky's egg. Nope, can't do that anymore.
Negative.
Ugh. Oh, that worked out beautifully. Alright, mounted archery. Watch this. Whee! Look at that. Instantly mounted. Love it. Oh, I forgot to equip my dragon skin. Oh, well, that's fine. Never surrender. for I am Hanzo. Hello, Abatha. Oh, see? Kel'Thuzad got in the way. Oh, I actually finished my redemption quest, and I had no idea. Oh, look how much faster he attacks now. Oh, and by the way, if you are a Hanzo main, no, you cannot be able to one-shot people with a headshot like you could in Overwatch. That's not a thing in this game. That's not going to be a thing. So, if you think you're going to dominate like you do in Overwatch, think again. Oh, he doubled back. Look at that. Outdamaged the Tychus. What is this for? What does this show? I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink from the sippy cup. See if I can go after this Zarya.
Warheads inbound. Countdown activated.
It's very interesting seeing this outline on the map here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would want them to do this for every hero, not just for Hanzo. I think this would actually help out various different characters and other players to see that this is how the terrain is laid out.
Form an orderly line for collection at your convenience. Warhead collection confirmed. You may launch when ready, administrators.
Can I fire this through? I can.
Warheads fully designed.
Oh my goodness, I could fire that through the wall. That is fantastic. Can I hit Tychus? See, this requires like Tyrande levels of awareness, which I do not have. I stunned the Zarya, but she had her shield up. Oh wait, does this just show the wind-up? It kind of does. I guess it just shows like how long it takes for him to like wield his bow or pull it back.
Select attack. Nuclear launch detected.
Interesting. What am I going with here?
Enemy defeated.
Let's see.
Eliminated a key.
And Skyro, they pierce. Oh, empower each other. Okay, let's do that.
Enemy hero terminated.
We must escape. Let's see how Hanzo does at taking camps. I did not take the one that empowers his abilities against mercs. So, probably not going to do much. Oh, and they reworked camps, by the way. You can see that minus 25. They made it where these guys are able to, like, lower my armor. Or, like, make it where I can take more damage. So they basically made jungling harder to do in this game. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for characters such as Illidan and Sonya and such to be able to just go out and just get camps very quickly. See, I would love to test out hitting Kel'Thuzad here, but I'm pretty sure he's going to move. Oh, could I hit Tychus, though? Could I snipe that Tychus? Probably not. Nope. I do not have that kind of map sense and awareness like other Tyrande players does, which always drove me insane. that Tyrande players apparently knew exactly where we were going to be at that point in time and calculated it. Drove me nuts. And I can tell that if you're a Tyrande player and you love to go with that Sentinel Owl build, you are going to be right at home with Hanzo and his Dragon's Arrow ult. Of course, the real cool part is the level 20 upgrade where you can be able to teleport yourself to the other end of the map. That's the real cool part there. Just go in and nuke that keep over there.
All warheads have now been collected. Nuclear launch detected. Select prepare.
Right, there we go. Let's do play of the game, and let's see if I can pull this off. There we go. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, on second thought, hold on. Oh,
Enemy keep annihilated.
there we go. Can I use play? Yeah, there we go. Use my agility to get out of there. Instant mount. Woo! I like that. So yeah, I don't think it's as strong as Genji's jump because you require a wall to jump over, so that's gonna cause some issues. But I do like that talent that lets you where you can instantly mount after doing that.
Victory.
But in some ways, it can be more protective because that means they have to go past a wall to get to where you are now. But Genji can just be able to dash away, so... So let's see. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's, you know, I'm not really impressed with him. I think, you know, my initial impressions are, you know, he's alright. He's okay. You know, at least he's not overpowered, like, you know, with his being able to hit you with one in the head and boom, that's it, you're dead. You know, where in that sense of it being overpowered. Ooh, my first chest for the Winter Veil event. Let's see. Well, I got the Malfurion emojis. Great Father Winter. Yeah, I'll take those. But Hanzo, you know, he's okay. I think that in the right hands, you know, obviously my hands are not the ones that he needs to be in because he's not my kind of style. He's all about those skill shots, and you guys know I'm not really that great of a skill shot character. Of course, with the way the scatter arrow thing works, I'm sure that there are going to be some people that are able to pull that off very well. But it's not going to be me. I can tell he's not going to be my kind of character. But I don't think he's a bad character. I just feel like, he's not really that impressive or he's not overpowered. I think he can be quite good in the right hands, but I don't know. He's not really one of those. He's not like it was with other heroes like Tracer, where I was like, oh my gosh, this character's amazing. You know, he's fine. He's okay. He's good. He's not great, but I think he's good. Yeah, so that's Hanzo. But the real interesting thing, yeah, Hanzo is added, but they changed up how some of our stealth characters work. Valera is, from what I could tell, she's pretty much the same. I'll have to retake a look at the patch notes, see what exactly changed. But Zeratul and Nova got some changes. Zeratul pretty much got a full talent rework. Nova received some changes, not major changes. I don't know if I'll do a video on Nova. I'm definitely gonna do a video on Zeratul after this. Samuro got some changes, not major ones. Zeratul, I'll definitely do a video on. The others I might just talk about in reference to the stealth changes. But, yeah, that will be next. So stay tuned for that.